my dear students, today we are going to learn Maths 9th chapter, direct proportion and inverse proportion. In the previous class we have learned how to compare two numbers and write them in the form of a ratio. Look at the picture below. We see divisions of a circle made by its diameters. So, see, circles are given and diameters also are given. So, number of diameters 1, 2, 3, 4 and number of division 1, division 2, 4, 6, 8. In the same way, for first example, the number of notebooks that the students of a government school receive is shown in the table below. Children 15, 12, 10, 5. Notebooks 90, 70, 60, 30. See the number of children 15, 12, 10, 5 and notebooks. In other words, the ratio 1:6 remains the same or constant. In example above, we see that when the number of diameters increases, the number of division also increases. The number of diameters when increases, the number of division also increases. Here one diameter is then two division. Two diameter, four division. Okay. So as the number of children decreases, the number of notebook also falls. See, number of children decreases 15, 12, 10, 5 and number of notebook also falls, means decreases 90, 72, 60, 30. The number of diameters and the number of divisions are in direct proportion as are the number of students and the number of notebooks. Okay. We will see first practice set 37. I have done it for you all. First sum. If 7 kg onions cost 140 rupees, how much must we pay for 12 kg onions? 3. Let the cost of 12 kg onions be x. Why? Because we know 7 kg onion is 140. We don't know the 12 kg onions price. So we will take 12 kg onions be x. The weight of onion and its cost are in direct proportion. So therefore 7 upon 140 equal to 12 upon x. So 7x and 140 into 12 means 7x equal to 1680, x equal to 1680 upon 7, x equal to, we got the answer 240. So we pay 240 for 12 kg of onions. Third sum I have done for you all. For 9 cows, 13 kg 500 gram of food supplement are required every day. In the same proportion, how much will be needed for 12 cows? Here what is given? Given is 9 cows, 13 kg 500 gram food supplement is required every day. We don't know how much 12 cows need food supplement. So we will write let 12 cows need x kg of food supplement. Same way 9 upon 13.5 equal to 12 upon x means 9x equal to 12 into 13.5. X equal to 12 into 13.5 upon 9 means 9 will cut 1.5 we got answer and the x equal to, we got the answer 18. So 18 kg of food supplement for 12 cows. For practice set 38 we will see first examples. Inverse proportion. Now we will do inverse proportion. See here one example. A 40-page class magazine is to be written. If one student will require 80 days to write it, how many will 4 students require? What is given? 40-page class magazine is written. One student will require 80 days. One student will require 80 days. How many 4 students will require? We don't know. So we will write 4 students need x days. If more students help to do the same task, fewer days will be required. That is, the number of students and number of days are inverse proportion. So 1 students and days 80. We will make like this way. 4x equal to 80 into 1 means x equal to 80 upon 4, x equal to 20. So therefore 4 students require 20 days. Okay. See here one more example is there. Some volunteers have gathered to dig 90 pits for a tree plantation program. One volunteer digs one pit in one day. If there are 15 volunteers, they will take 19 upon 5 equal to 6 days to dig the pits. 10 volunteers will take 90 upon 10 equal to 9 days. Are the number of pits and the number of volunteers in direct proportion? See, if the number of volunteers decreases, more days are required, and if the number of volunteers increases, fewer days are required for the job. However, the product of the number of days and the number of volunteers remain constant. We say that these numbers are in inverse proportion. So now we will do a practice set 38. So first one I have done. 5 workers take 12 days to weed a field. How many days would 6 workers take? How many would 15 workers take? 2 times. We want to know how many? 2 times, because 6 workers and also 15 workers. The number of workers and days taken by them complete a work are in inverse proportion. Let 6 workers take x days, means workers number of days. 5 workers take 12 days. So 5 workers 12 days and 6 workers x days. First we will find out a first question. What is the first question? How many days will 6 workers take? 6 equal to x. So 6 into x equal to 5 into 12, x equal to 5 into 12 upon 6, x equal to 60 upon 6. You got the answer 10. So 6 workers will take 10 days. Similarly, 15 into x, now we will write second question, means 15 here and x here. So 15 into x and 5 into 12. So x equal to 5 into 12 upon 15, x equal to 4. Therefore, the 15 workers will take 4 days to complete the work. Okay. I have done third sum also for you all. Mary cycles at 6 km per hour. How long will she take to reach her aunt's house, which is 12 km away? If she cycles at a speed of 4 km, how long will she take? Now what we know is speed and time taken to cover a certain distance are in inverse proportion. Let she take x hour to cover 12 km. First question. At the speed of 6 km. 12 km at the speed of 6 km. And y hour to cover the same distance at 4 km. Speed, time, distance. Speed taken 6 km per hour, time x hours and distance is 12 km. So, next 4 km per hour, time y hours and distance is 12 km. Here speed into time equal to distance. Distance is constant. So 6 into x equal to 12 and 4 into y equal to 12. So this is different and this is different. So I have written in one only. So I have done the partition I have done. So x equal to 12 upon 6 means we got x equal to 2 and y equal to 12 upon 4 means y got 3. So Mary takes 2 hours at the speed of 6 km, 2 hours. Time we have to know. She takes 3 hours at speed of 4 km. 4 km, 3 hours to go. Okay. Now we will see, read and understand. What is direct proportion? When the value of one quantity increases with an increase in the proportionate value of another related quantity, and the value of one quantity decreases with a proportionate decrease in the value of the other related quantity, and the ratio of two related quantities remains constant, then it is an example of direct proportion. Inverse proportion. When the value of one quantity increases, the value of another related quantity decreases proportionately, and when the value of the first quantity decreases, the value of the related quantity increases proportionately. And if the product of these two related quantities remain constant, then there is a relation of inverse proportion between the two quantities. Thank you. Next practice set we will do in next video.